So let's get into this. We were stuck because we could not get this priest to give us this particular line of dialogue. And we're going to get it now because I've been playing through, as I mentioned, I've been using this playthrough. I'm going to link it in chat. This PC88 playthrough of Karuizawa, Yūkai, Annai on YouTube. And I've been following that just step by step, exactly what that person does. And because of that, I've been able to kind of break through and get to the things we want to get to. Now, first key thing we needed to get was we needed to ask about Kumiko and get this weird, inappropriate comment about a wedding dress. We're going to do that now. We're going to ask about Kumiko. Kumiko being our girlfriend. I say, Kumiko no koto o hanashite hoshin desu ga. This game is also in Japanese, and I will be reading it in Japanese and using Google Translate because I am learning Japanese. Okay. Kumiko no koto o hanashite hoshin desu ga. Basically means I would like you to tell me about Kumiko, basically, which I will double check using camera. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about Kumiko. And Shimpu apparently is like Japanese for some reason for a priest. Hey, Judge Khan, happy Crimson Tuesday. Says, wedding doresu ga totemo niaisou na musume-san desu ne. Which basically is meaning he's saying, hold on, I also try to use this to help my pronunciation. Wedding doresu ga totemo niaisou na musume-san desu ne. Yeah, she would look absolutely stunning in a wedding dress, he says. We just asked him about Kumiko, and he comes out with this just from his own ideas in his head, I guess. Oh yeah, this game I probably will turn off the captions because they're just plain confusing. So we're probably going to just get rid of those. It's not going to help at all. Okay, let's turn off captioner. Yeah, this is very much visual novel, like visual novels. I think we could count this as a visual novel potentially. Okay, so Archie Saga says Shimpu is holy father in a way. It's not simp. It's not a simp. It's a Shimpu, holy father. Okay. Just Con Crimson Creek is going well. Today, the Crimson Diamond ship got to 600 reviews. Okay, and then he says, Sono sugata o goryōshin wa donna ni mitakatta koto ga. Oh my god, I tripped over that. I got ambitious. Sono sugata o goryōshin wa donna ni mitakatta koto ka. Okay, yeah, he's saying, oh, Kumiko would have been stunning in a wedding dress. Her parents would have loved to see her in a wedding dress. Yes, Faint Signal, 66, I should ask for that. Like 66 more reviews and I'll be at 666. Okay, so that's what we needed from this guy. Just to say this weirdly inappropriate thing about our missing girlfriend. Okay. We can ask him about... Oh, wait. Shimpu is literally kami and father. Fun fact. Shimpu. Oh, those two kanji, I see what you're saying. Very good. That's why. That's a very detailed, well, not detailed, but very good explanation about why Shimpu. Shim means kami, God, is the kanji, and pu is like the kanji for father. We can ask now about Kumiko no ryōshin no koto, and we can also ask about Kumiko no koto. We can ask him about Kumiko no again. He says, Sa, sore kurai desu ka? Sa, sore kurai desu ka? So what about it? Is that about it? Whatever, it's fine. Okay, let's ask about Kumi no ryōshin no koto. Oh, what? Wrong thing. Sorry. This is the same thing. Tazu. Okay, tazu naru means to ask. That's number 4. I say Kumi no ryōshin no koto dakedo. Kumi no ryōshin no koto dakedo. It's just about the parents. He goes, Chōdo Tokyo ni kaerareru toki ni jiko ni awareta toka. He's saying they were on their way home to Tokyo and they had an accident. Chodo Tokyo ni kaerareru toki ni jiko ni awareta toka. He heard that the accident happened on their way back to Tokyo. Right. Honto ni ii hito desu gozaimashita no ni. He's like, they were really good people. Honto ni ii hito de gozaimashita no ni. Yeah, they were such good people. Let's see, can't ask him about other things. We can ask him where he was last night. I think we've already asked that, but why don't we just do that for a good measure? Okay. Right. And I think that's all we can really do with him for at the moment. Yeah, exactly, beta human. Yeah, it's just, I guess he's saying it's a shame that they were good people and they died in an accident. I guess. Okay, something else we're going to do now. We're going to basho ido, number 0. We're going to travel and we're going to go to the mountain road, which is over here. And this is something we did do before, but we're going to need to do this again in this instance. We need to look around this area. We need to nanika shiraberu, number 4. We're going to look in the kusamura, the grass. Kusamura o shirabete miru kana? Oh yeah, lighter ga ochiteiru. So there's a dropped lighter here. And lighter is just like a cigarette lighter thingy. Okay, so why don't we look at the lighter? Number 4, lighter. Lighter o shirabete miru kana? It goes, initialu ga horarete iru. So there's an initial engraved in the lighter. Eichi, H. Dare no mono daro. So, you know, whose is this? H. We only know one person with the initial H, Hanayama, the guy in the big house with the hydrangeas in the front of his house, in the flower bed. He's the guy that took over the company after Kumiko and Nagisa's parents died. Ooh, cup of tea, homemade brownies. Well done, Judge Khan. Well deserved, I am sure. Okay, let's mono o toru, number 5. Let's take that lighter. Great. To, uchi o totte oku ka. Uchi o totte oku ka. Uchi o totte oku ka. Whatever. We took it. Okay. Now we're going to ask someone about the lighter. We're going to basho ido. We're going to chume de ido. We're going to choose our destination. And this is not a complete list of destinations, but we're going to go to number 2. Tenisu Kurabu. Number 2. Here's Yoko. Yoko is a nice lady. We're going to talk to her. She goes, yeah, Yoko-chan datta ne. Yeah, that's Yoko-chan. Yoko. Ara, Julia-san. Yeah, it's me, Julia. I love the fact you can put your own name in this game. Hitori dakedo kumi to kenka demo shita no. She's like, oh, you're by yourself. Did you like have a fight with Kumiko? Hitori dakedo kumi to kenka demo shita no. Yeah, get into a fight? Okay. We're going to ask her about Kumiko no... We're going to ask her about all the stuff, just to cover all our stuff. And most often they say, you know, nothing really about it. Nagita-chan no koto o oshiete hoshin desu dakedo. Yoko says, gomen ne, excuse me, sorry. Yaku ni tatte nakute, hontou ni doko ni itte no kashira. She's like, I wonder where that girl is. I really wonder where she is. Gomen ne, yaku ni tatte nakute, hontou ni doko ni itta no kashira. Yeah, I wonder where she went. Right. Okay. We're going to ask about Kumiko no koto. Okay. She goes, so, kumi kanari me ga warui no ne. She said this before, but anyway, it's fine. She's saying that Kumiko had like bad eyesight. Kono mae mo すぐそばにあるボールがわからなくて転んじゃって。She's saying that at one time a ball, tennis ball, I guess she says ball, I'm assuming tennis ball, was like right by Kumiko and she didn't see it basically. She didn't know it was there. Alright. Yoko goes, Kumi ni iro iro shirabe sasetan desu te. それってとっても頼りないわね。Okay. Iro iro various. Okay, I'm just gonna. Naomi ni iro iro shirabe sasetan desu te. Yeah, I mean, she's been doing some searching. Shiraberu, right? それってとても頼りないわね。Very unreliable. Anyway, it's fine. Nothing much there. I asked her where she was last night. Yube wa doko ni itta ka? Okay. She says, そんな古いことは覚えてないわ。問題は昨日じゃなくて昨日の夜どこにいるかでしょう。そんな古いことは覚えてないわ。Oh, she doesn't remember anything that old. She's like me. 問題は昨日じゃなくて昨日の夜どこにいるかでしょう。The question isn't about yesterday, but where were you last night or something. Anyway, this is just making conversation. We have to show her the lighter that we found. So that's number 6, nani ka miseru. We're going to show her the lighter, number 2. このライターに心当たりは? That's about the lighter. Patoing, thanks so much for dropping by. Thank you for your pixel help. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah. All good. Yeah, it's always nice to see you around. Yeah, have a good one too. Yoko goes, Ara, suteki na lighter. She's like, well, that's a cool lighter. Doko de hirotta no? She's like, where did you get it? Which is a weird thing to ask somebody, right? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe she's asking because she wants to buy one for herself. Oh yeah, just a Jeffy. Maybe maybe if you don't know, I mean, if you don't know, it sounds good, so that's good. But I'm sure there are people here that know Japanese way better than me, so. I'm practicing though, and I think that's important. We need to be okay with not being good at stuff and getting better at stuff and learning. Okay, so now at this point we're going to shime ageru. We're gonna lean on her a little bit. We're gonna see what else she has to say about the lighter. Number 2. さあいい子だから言うんだ。どうしてライターが拾ったものと分かったんだい? So we're like, oh, why do you want to know where I got the lighter from, right? So oh, nice, Virathram. Thanks for grabbing the EPUB of the game narrative Kaleidoscope book. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy all the essays. And I hope you enjoy my essay. I sound pretty fluent. I am not anywhere near fluent. Boy, I want to get better at Japanese. It's definitely one of my life goals. So I remember her saying this before, sa iko dakara, because she's like, oh, you're a good kid, we're saying, but iko dakara iunda. That's your iko dakara iunda. I'm telling you this because you're a good kid. Like, why do you want to know where I got it? And so Yoko goes, of the lighter, so sore wa onna no kan yo. So this is her intuition. Sore yori ii koto oshiete ageru. So she's gonna give us some good stuff. She's gonna give us some good give us the goods. Not the goods, but give us a good tip. Sore yori ii koto oshiete ageru. Yeah, let me tell you something even better. She continues, どこに行ってももう何もでなくて、誰に会っても同じことしか言わなくなったら、oh boy、神父さんのところに行けばいいわ。何か教えてくれるかもよ。I can read the dialogue. Do I understand the dialogue? Not as much. But she is saying, どこに行ってももう何もでなくて、誰に会っても同じことしか言わなく。Oh my god, see, this is a one long sentence. Boy, oh boy. I'm going to try to get through it and see what Google Translate. I could just put this up, the camera up, and let Google Translate deal with it, but I want to practice my pronunciation and my reading. どこに行ってももう何もでなくて、誰に会っても同じことしか言わなくなったら、神父さんのところに行けばいいわ。Okay, if you go everywhere and nothing comes of it and everyone you meet says the same thing, then you should go to a priest. She's telling us to go to the priest. So that's a nice juicy hint. 何か教えてくれるかもよ。They might tell you something. That's intriguing. Okay, we're going to go there at some point. We're not going to go there immediately. Next thing we're going to do, according to the Let's Play that I was watching and following religiously, speaking of Shimpu-san, we got to go make a phone call. So we'll do that. Jesse Jeffrey says, I always assumed that reading would be much harder than hearing, understanding it spoken. Is that wrong? I think understanding is harder to do, especially in a language like Japanese, where there's a lot of words that sound similar. And also, they don't put, like this has spaces between the words, which is useful, but a lot of times in Japanese, there's no spaces. So you can just read, but you can't tell. Sometimes I can't even separate the words because it's one long sentence. This is nice because it is spaced, but not all Japanese reads like this. So yeah, I can read it without understanding it because I know what the letters are, and I can just say them. But as for like actually understanding stuff, no. But okay, next thing we're gonna do is we're going to go to Asami no Ie, her house, Asami's house. We're not gonna go inside because we can't. We can make a phone call from here though, because if we try to go back to our girlfriend's house, it's locked and we don't have a key and she's not there. It's harder / easier with kanji involved Artu Saga, because at least with a kanji, you can kind of tell what a word is. Because sometimes if it's all hiragana, it's like, what are the words here? I can't even tell, because the particles are the same as just the nouns and verbs. But when there's kanji, you think, okay, that's the noun, that's the verb. It can be Barathama either way. It's either going to be left. Right, it's actually usually right to left. So actually, that's kind of funny, isn't it? It's usually either up and down or right to left. I don't know why this is left or right. That's actually bizarre. But yeah, we're gonna go to Sonota number 9, which is other options. We're gonna Denwa Suru, which is number 1. We're gonna call the call on the telephone. So, Yoshi, Kumi ni denwa shite yaro. So we're gonna call Kumiko on the phone, the house. Ha! Beta Human says, an elderly Japanese gentleman once told me the trouble with Korean is that so many of the words sound the same, and you almost die laughing from the irony. Yeah, a lot of Japanese sounds the same too. Okay, traditionally, Archie Saga says the writing in Japanese usually went right to left. Usually only in novels or documents now. But now, okay, so they've been doing more left to right. Interesting. Okay, so Kumiko is at her home. She's just not letting us in, I guess. And look what she says. She says, "Hi, Nagisa desu ga." She answers the phone as Nagisa. Ara anata, who are you, basically? So this is bizarre, right? So is there something where she has a split personality, like she thinks she's two people entirely, or is she trying to pretend to be somebody else? We really don't know a lot of what's going on here. Manga as well, yeah, right to left. Ima doko no iru no? So where are you? Where are you now? Asami no ie deshite. She's okay. So I guess she's answering the phone at her house. So I don't know. She's saying she's at. Are we saying this? I don't even know what's happening. Yeah. Oh, I've got my Duolingo streak still. It's like 1800 or something. I'm still not fluent. Kumiko goes, "Ne, watashi ima kara soko ni itte ii desho." So hanashitai koto ga aru no. I want to talk to you. Kigaetara sugu ni iku wa. Dakara matte te yo ne. Kitto yo. So I think she's telling us to wait because she's going to come over. Watashi ima kara soko ni itte ii desho. Okay. So is it okay to come out now? Because I think she got a threatening phone call, right? So that's why she was kind of holed up in the house, but she wasn't letting us in either. Hanashitai koto ga aru no. There's something I want to talk to you about. Okay, great. Kigaetara sugu ni iku wa. I'll be right there after I change. Yeah, Barothemy, yeah, they still do vertical. They still will do the vertical stuff. Like in novels and stuff, it's still going to be vertical, I think. Dakara matte te yo ne, kitto yo. So wait for me, I'm sure. So she's telling us that she wants to talk to us about something. But now we can actually go to the house and she won't be there. So I think she's coming over to Asami's house. We can go over here. We don't meet her on the road or anything like that. But now we can go inside. And at this point, we can look around in this area. Number 4, nanika shiraberu. We can look at the bed. We can look under the bed. Beru o shirabete miru kana. Beru no shita ni hon ga ochiteru. So there's a bed. There's a book under the bed. We can check out that book. Shiraberu, number 3, hon. Hon o shirabete miru kana. And this is what we had before, but I'm just going to go over this again because we need to get to this to get to the other stuff. Shokubutsu zukan daga shiori ga hasan de aru. So this is this plant book that we saw before. Ojisai wa tsuchi ni tetsubun ga aru to beru no hana o sakaseru ka. So there is this dog-eared page in this plant book. And the dog-eared page says that if there is iron in the soil, hydrangeas will bloom like differently. They'll bloom like a different color. Which outside of Hanayama's house, there are hydrangeas, and there is one of them that is blue. So ieba ima wa ojisai no kisetsu da na. Right. So that's basically the gist of that. And I'm just going to do actually the quick camera one because I'm trying to get through this because I want to show us the new stuff. Yeah, he's ima no ajisai no kisetsu. This is hydrangea season right now. Come to think of it. Okay. So can we take I can't remember if we can take the book or not. I forget what it says. Ochi o mote oku ka. Okay, so apparently it says that's fine. Okay. We can also find them. I don't remember if we did this before, but I'm just going to do it again. You can actually look under this bed. People love to hide stuff under their beds in this game. Oh yeah, beru no ashimoto ni manga no hon ga ochiteru. Okay. So, what does ashimoto ni? Ashimoto mean? Ashimoto. Foot? At the foot of the bed. Okay, foot of the bed. There's a manga. Are sakki imoto ga inai to itta hanashi wa kono manga ni nitteru na. So this is us like looking at this manga and realizing that this book is about a missing younger sister. And it resembles this whole thing that we've been kind of all wrapped up in with Nagisa being this missing sister potentially. Moshi ya kumi wa kore o yonde anna koto o shikashi naze. So we're wondering if Kumiko read this? Maybe she read this, right? Okay. So we're gonna actually, I don't know how to get back into the other room from here. So we're gonna, yeah, I don't know how to get back into the room without just completely leaving the house. So I'm gonna go back into the house this way. And it's kind of weird because sometimes there's like a bit of a time passage thing. And I know I gotta kind of pass time, so I'm gonna look at the table. Oh, nice. You just bit a mug monster with a hard... I didn't even know there was a hard mode on the collar thing. I gotta check that thing out. But now if we try to leave, or go inside somewhere, I think the phone will ring. Hopefully. There we go. So sometimes you just never know what's going to trigger something. And I didn't... just there, the thing I didn't really have any progression. I just looked somewhere and they said nothing was there. And now there's a ring. You heard the ringing. Oto denwa da. There's a... the phone is ringing. And it says, "Hi, Nagisa desu ga?" Am I pretending to be Nagisa? I guess I'm pretending to be Nagisa. And this person, this otoko, this guy on the other line is saying, "Anta Julia-san da ne." So they know that it's me. "Warui koto wa iwanai. Kono mama Tokyo ni kaette nani mo kamo wasureru da. Ii na." Okay, so let's see. I can't remember what this said. I'm going to read it again. "Warui koto wa iwanai." Okay, take my word for it. Take my word for it. "Kono mama Tokyo ni kaette nani mo kamo wasureru da." Go back to Tokyo, forget everything. And then we're like, wow, what's going on? What? Okay, hit key. Ja na kaching. Phone hung up. Moshi was like, hello. Kirete shimatta ka. They hung up. Shikashi kore wa ittai. What on earth is this? Okay, so we got the threatening phone call. Now we can do other stuff. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna chume ido to the Duraibu Inn number 6. She's not really there. Yeah, just updating the graphic. Let's go inside. So this guy, we can talk to him. We can ask him stuff. We can ask him about Nagisa no koto. He says, "Soda, kono mae hanashita Nagisa-chan ga tsurete tatte otoko ne sakki mita yo." So he recently saw Nagisa with this dude. Okay, is what he's saying. "Kono mae hanashita Nagisa-chan ga tsurete tatte otoko ne sakki mita yo." Yeah, the other day saw this guy with Nagisa. Okay. So we can ask him more. We can ask him now about this guy, Otoko no Koto, dude. We can ask about him. We can ask about Kumiko no Koto first. "Sore wa anta ga ichiban yoku shitteru n ja?" She's like, basically, shouldn't you know best? Shouldn't be the ichiban number 1 person to know? "Tabun anta ga shitteru ijou no koto wa oshierare nai to omoimasu yo." "Anta ga ichiban yoku shitteru n ja?" Yeah, you should know best. "Tabun anta ga shitteru..." "Tabun anta ga shitteru ijou no koto wa oshierare nai to omoimasu yo." Yeah, I can't tell you anything more than you know. Okay, let's ask him about this otoko no koto, this dude. Okay, saki deta toki eki mukou de mitanda. So like saw this guy recently over by the train station. 40歳 kurai no otoko nandakedo. So this guy was around 40 years old. Tashika okina ie no mae datta na. He was in front of this big house. Okay, great. Where were you last night? Yūbe doko ni itta ka? Number 3. Kino ne tashika nomi ni itta kedo nande sonna koto kikutandai? It's like, yesterday I went drinking. Why do you want to know? Sonna koto kikundai. Yeah, okay, you're asking that? Okay. Now this is where sometimes I don't get the right thing that I want from him. So let's actually show him the lighter. Nani o miseru, number 2, lighter. Iya oboe ga nai na. So he's thinking he doesn't recognize it, although he does smoke. We're going to shime agaru him. We're going to intimidate him. No, he's not giving me the right response. Which is a bummer. But I can get him from him if I just wander around and ask him other people. Show lighter, intimidate him, he will tell the truth. Okay, no. So that didn't work. But I think if I go back to tennis girl Yoko, I think maybe that will open it up for us. So this is the kind of thing where it just oops. I didn't want to do that. Anyway, I can just walk myself over to the tennis club, I guess. No, that's not it. This is it. Yes. Okay. So I think she has something else to say, and I think it will trigger the thing that we need. So. Okay. Mada iru to omowa nakatta. And she goes, Datte atashi kumi mitai ni suteki na kare ga inai n da mon. I forget what that means. Datte atashi kumi mitai ni suteki na kare ga inai n da mon. Whatever. She says she don't have, because I don't have a boyfriend. She doesn't have a boyfriend. I just use the camera. Yeah, I don't have a boyfriend as wonderful as Kumi's. It's me. Okay, so. Yeah, so she actually has more to say now about this now. Because you know how we asked her about the lighter and then we left and now she has something else to say about Nagisa. Hex Mode, happy Crimson Tuesday. Thank you so much for congratulating me on the game. I say, それはそうと渚ちゃんのことだけど。She goes, あれからいろいろ考えてみたんだけど、いつだったかライター、レイクタウンの方で渚ちゃんを見たのね。あれこれって話したっけ? So she's actually saying something different from last time, even though I don't really know why she would say the different thing. あれからいろいろ考えてみたんだけど. I've been thinking a lot since then, since I guess last time we saw her, which was, いつだったかレイクタウンの方で渚ちゃんを見たのね. I saw Nagisa-chan in Lake Town some time ago. I don't know if she's volunteering this information. あれこれって話したっけ? Did we talk? Okay, did we talk about this and that? I don't remember talking about this. Ask her about that again. Yeah, she doesn't have anything more to say. Ask her about Kumiko no Koto. What is she saying now? I don't know why she would say different stuff now. Wakatta Naomi no uwagi. Wakatta ku. I gotta use Naomi because this thing won't translate properly. Wakatta Naomi no uwaki ga shinpai nan deshou. So you're worried about Naomi cheating? Okay. Demo ano ko sonna koto no dekiru ko janakute yo. That girl isn't capable of doing something like that. I didn't. Fine, whatever. So let's ask about this again. I'm just going to repeat a few things. I'm going to show her the lighter again. Great. I'm going to intimidate her again. She's going to say the same thing about talking to Shimpu-san. Maybe he's have something good to say about it. We're going to go back to the drive-in, and we're going to go talk to that guy again. And if this doesn't work, I have a save that it is working. So never fear. I've prepped hard for this. We're gonna dig in that flower bed by hook or by crook. Talk to this guy again. Ask him where he was last night. Okay, we're gonna show him the lighter. Okay, we're gonna ask him where he was last night. And now we're gonna press him. Shimeagaru. Here we go. So this is what we needed to get from him. We say, Kino wa ie ni itate. Yesterday you were at home. Nomi ni itanja. You went drinking. Sa ie. Honto wa Nagisa-chan to atte tatoka. You really met up with Nagisa-chan. Honto wa Nagisa-chan to atta toka. Honto wa Nagisa-chan to atte tatoka. Yeah, you were actually meeting with Nagisa-chan, and driving guy Masuta says, so datta. That's right. Nomi ni itanda. Nomi ni itanda. I was there for a drink. Soko de terebi ga atta mon dakara ne. So there was a television at the place where I was drinking. Iya, gomen. So we caught him in a lie. He said that he was at home watching television. And now he's telling us, oh, no. Actually, no. He went for drinking, and he didn't say anything about Nagisa. So that's we needed to do that. So that's good. And now this is the point. This is the moment of truth. This is the moment of truth. If this doesn't work, we might have to go back to the tennis club. But we're going to go to Shimpu-san again at the Yūkai, at the church. Number 4, Yūkai. We're going to talk to him. We're going to make some conversation. We're going to ask him about Nagisa-chan. He's got nothing else to say about it. We're going to ask him about Kumiko no Koto. Nothing to say. We're going to ask him about where he was last night. He was in the rectory or wherever he was, a religious building. We're going to show him the lighter. He just says, sa. And we're going to go to leave. He's letting us leave. Okay. I'm going to go to Hanayama-san, because we haven't done Hanayama-san yet. We're going to talk to Hanayama-san. We're going to talk to him. We're going to ask him about Nagisa. That's nothing new. We're going to ask him about Kumiko no Koto. He says something weird too. He says, Shikkari shita ojo-san de watashi ga ato 10 sai wakakereba puropozu o shitai kurai desu. Wahaha. He says if he was 10 years younger, he would have proposed to Kumiko. That's great. That's great. It's just great. Where were you last night? He says he was, where did he say? Nagano. He says he was in Nagano yesterday. Why don't we show him that lighter? He is someone who has the initial H. Hanayama-san. Let's ask him about the shashin that we don't have. The picture of Nagisa that we were using to like investigate her missingness. Now we're going to ask him about, oh, whoops, we're going to show him Laita. And he's like, Eichi wa tasuka ni watashi no initialu daga, tonto oboe ga nai ne. So he's like, yeah, that's my initial, H. But I don't recognize this thing. Daichi watashi wa tabako o suwanai. He's like, and first of all, I don't smoke. Okay. Let's ask you about all the stuff again. Let's ask you about the stuff again. Nothing new, nothing new, nothing new. Okay, now let's go back to Yūkai. Talk to Yūkai. I mean, talk to Shimpu. Talk to him about all the business. Let's just show him the lighter. Now, see, if I go to leave, he should say something. And if he doesn't, I will go back to Yoko and the tennis club and we'll come back here. Okay, we're going to go to the tennis club. Tennis Kurabu. See, I don't know specifically what trips this, but if I load a particular save, we should be able to get there. Let's just go through all the business again. And when I was watching this person play this, so that's why I don't know the method to this, because I saw the person do exactly what I'm doing here, like asking the same questions without any new information coming out, apparently, that I can tell. So we're just going to repeat everything that we just did. Right? We're going to ask her about the lighter. She's going to be like, go to the Shimpu and ask about it. Okay? Great. Shimpu-san no tokoro ni ikebai wa. Okay. So we're going to go back to Shimpu-san. Yūkai. Okay. Are you gonna give it up? No. Okay. So I'm gonna load 6. Okay. And I'm gonna follow exactly what I need to do. So this is him. This is driving guy just being caught in his lie. We're gonna go to tennis club. I'm sorry this is repetitive, but I have these. Hopefully this is gonna get us there. Talk to her. Okay, do all the questions. Do every single question. Right, so she said that before. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Show her the lighter. Okay. Intimidator. Okay. Great. Okay. Go to the church. We're going to ask him about everything. To be super thorough in case he can say anything useful. Or just, we need to do this somehow to trip a flag. Like I said, I have no idea how any of this works. Show him the lighter. Yes, here we go. This is what we needed. I went to leave. Okay, I'm going to save the game as save slot 1. Here we go. This is at long last what we needed. Okay. Save slot 0. I'm going to save slot as 0 this. Save 0. He says, Machi nasare. Ima kami no otsuge ga atta. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is new territory for us, okay? Oh my god. Okay. Machi nasara. Machi nasare. Yeah, wait. He's saying please wait. Machi nasai. Yeah. Yeah, fright noise. Yeah, this is what we needed. Kami no otsuge ga atta. There was a divine message. Echi no ki o osu koto ja. Press the H key, is what it says. The divine message. Press the H key. Motte iru sukopu de ichido dake suki na tokoro o horu koto ga dekiyo. So, the shovel that we have, we can once, in a place that we want to, dig, is what this says. Horu. H is for dig. Horu. H is horu. My God. My God. Yes. Yes, we did it. Tadashi ichido dake jazo. Only the correct, one place correctly. One place correctly. Tadashi ichido dake jazo. That's right, but only once. Oh, what do you not like about this Metahuman? The fact that it's really hard to progress in this game. Because I love this game, but it's a little tough. Kuregure mo mochigatta tokoro o hore nu yoni. Kuregure mo machigatta tokoro o horame yoni. Oh, new. That's new. Hold on. Kuregure mo machigatta tokoro o hora nu yoni. Please be careful. Don't make any mistakes. You can only dig once. Dewa iki nasare. Go. Dewa iki nasare. Go. We're gonna go. Here we go. We saved it under slot 0. That whole important conversation. We don't have far to go. You know where we're gonna go. We're gonna go to this business. Hanayama's house. Hanayama-san no ie da ze. We're gonna press the H key. H for horu. We're gonna dig in this hydrangea bed. Yappari da. I knew it. We all knew it. Aoi ajisai no nemoto kara nanika dete kita zo. The blue hydrangea. Oh, you don't like the fourth wall breaking. I gotcha. But it was, I guess it's kind of a. I can't dispute that. Aoi ajisai no nemoto kara nanika dete kita zo. Something sprouting from the base of the blue hydrangea. Kore wa boruto no you da ga. It looks like a bolt. Now, the accident, the traffic accident that Kumiko and possibly Nagisa's parents died in is because there was a problem with a bolt in the brakes. And now we see something that looks like a bolt buried in this flower bed. And that is what caused iron to leach into the soil. We all thought it was going to be a body. I know we all thought it was going to be a body. But it's a brake bolt that's leaking iron into the soil that's causing that one hydrangea on the far right to be blue. Judge Khan, I hope you enjoyed your delicious brownie. And thank you with the good luck. I'm going to need all the luck I can get. This game is tough to get through, like I said, but I've got this playthrough. I follow that, and I'm golden, it seems. And see you next time. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Kore no tame ojisai ga iro o kaetan da na. See, I wonder if the fact that this bolt is here is why this hydrangea is this color. We know why. We read the book. Kore no tame ajisai ga iro o kaetan da na. Yeah, this is why the hydrangea changed color. Yeah, it would be like all the flowers probably if it was more than, it was a bigger iron leaching object. Yeah, I love the draw on the fly graphics to Beta Human. I'm really super fond of it. Now, I don't even know what to do now. We're going to deduce. We haven't deduced in a while, which is a really nice way to kind of review what we've learned this chapter. I'm going to save on 1 for... Actually, I'm going to save on 1. So that's a dig. So that's dig. So save 1 is after dig. We're in a complete uncharted territory here. I know it took us a long time to get here. Yeah, see you next week, Judge Khan. Now, yes, your new house isn't much further away from work. Okay, doesn't impact travel time. No, I'm always glad to see you and say hi to Michelle. And yeah, I'm glad. Hopefully you're enjoying your new house. Okay, so why don't we review? Yeah, I gotta save it actually again. I'm so excited we got past that that thing we couldn't. I just pressed H on the keyboard. I didn't have to adjust anything. Why don't we suiri suru? Let's do a deduction. Let's see if we've learned anything new. Okay. では今まで分かってることを推理してみよう. So let's kind of basically review up to now what we understand. Oh, important meeting. I see. Oh yeah. Of course. No, I know. I mean, you guys are great. So yeah, bye for real. Okay, so let's see what we got in with what we know. Okay, so number 1. Nagisa ga 40歳くらいの男と会っていたこと. So we know Nagisa-chan was meeting with this around approximately 40-year-old man. Okay, number 2. Kumi mare ga inaku natte shimatta koto. So Kumiko might be not around anymore, right? Now, network error. Unable to establish network connection to fulfill my request. Oh no, what do you mean? You cannot translate for me? Naomi made ga inaku natte shimatta koto. Oh. Naomi made ga inaku natte shimatta koto. Yeah, even Kumi is gone. Kumiko has also disappeared. Yay, carrots! Happy Crimson Good Tuesday. Yeah, we're making some progress in Karuizawa Yūkai Annai. We dug in the flower bed. We pressed H. It was great. Okay. Why do we know number 3? Nagisa no saifu to onaji basho kara laita ga mitsukatta koto. We found Nagisa's wallet in the same area that we found the lighter. We know that. Okay, next. Otoko no koe de te o hike toyu odoshi no denwa ga atta koto. I don't know what that one is. Oh my god. Okoto no koe de te o hike toyu odoshi no denwa ga atta koto. Threatening call. Yeah, threatening call. We got a threatening call telling us to back off. Okay, so we knew that. Okay. This one says, いくら組が目が悪くてもスコープのような大きなものを見落とすわけがないし、後から置かれたものかもしれないこと。So this one is basically like that thing of what Yoko said about Kumiko having bad eyes. Abel-kun asks, do you think the game plot is approaching the climax? I don't know. Because we're in chapter 4 right now. I don't know how many chapters there are, so that's not going to give me an indication about how close we are to the end. But I feel like we must be, right? We must at least be 2/3, if I had to guess. Okay. So, ikura kumi ga me ga warukute mo scope no yona. So her eyes are bad, but she wouldn't have missed something as big as a shovel, is what I think. I'm going to just do the camera for this. Yeah, there's no way that she'd overlook something as big as a shovel, and it might have been placed there later. Okay. Next. Jizogahara no oyashige nai party. Yeah, Jizogahara is an area that we went to previously, and it has these suspicious parties in there. Sono party de Nagisa ga Ishida toyu otoko to nakayoku shite ita to iu hanashi. So, at these suspicious parties, Nagisa and this guy Ishida have been getting along like well, we hear, at these suspicious parties. And now, Ishida no koto o oshiete kureta otoko ga ato de shiraseru kara to kumi ni denwa bango o kiiteru koto. So this one is when we asked that guy at the party that didn't have a name that if he sees Ishida to call us. Ishida no koto o oshiete kureta otoko ga ato de shiraseru kara to Naomi ni denwa bango o kiiteru koto. Yeah, he would let us know later about if Ishida came around. Next. Imoto nante inakatta to iidashita Kumi. This one was does Kumiko might not even have a sister? Is that one? Imoto nante inakatta to iidashita Naomi. Yeah, Naomi claims she never... Okay, Kumiko claims she never had a younger sister. Next. Sa kangaeru da Julia. So that's it. That's all we know. Or that's all we think about. Okay. So this is where... completely we don't know what to do next. We found this bolt. Okay, I guess we should actually look at the boruto. Let's look at the bolt. Boruto o shirabete miru kana. Okay, let's take a look at this bolt. Yoku wa wakaranai ga kore ga kuruma no boruto da to shitara. Okay. So, yeah, we're thinking this is from a car. Yoku wa wakaranai ga kore ga kuruma no boruto. Oh. I don't really know. I don't really understand, but I think this is from, yeah, kore ga kuruma no boruto da to shitara. Yeah, we think this is from a bolt from a car, right? Okay. Can we take it? Can we monu otoru, number 4. Can we take the bolt? Okay, so we took the bolt. Okay. So this was buried in Hanayama's garden. Should we even ask him about it? I feel like it's natural to ask the guy about it. Ne? Let's go inside. Maybe he knows something about it. Let's give him a talk. Okay, that's just the usual business. Okay, let's ask him. Can we ask him about Nagisa? Nope. Let's ask him about Kumiko. That's different. Are de nakanaka kapatsu na musume de watashi nado abunakashikute mite iraremasen yo. Okay, so this is something different he's saying. Okay. Are de nakanaka kapatsu na musume. Are de nakanaka kapatsu na musume-san de. Quite an energetic girl. Watashi nado abunaka... Oh my god. Watashi nado abunakaku... Oh jeez. Watashi nado abunakashikute mite iraremasen yo. I'm just stumbling now over some of these some of these letters, Belkun. I think I'm getting tired, but I'm so excited. Okay. It's dangerous. You can't bear to watch. That's a weird thing to say. Yeah, I just sometimes the word it's like a mouthful to try to get out, you know. He's saying again. He insists he was in Nagano yesterday. Can we show him? We can show him the bolt. What is he going to say about the bolt that we found in your hydrangeas? Got nothing to say about the bolt in your hydrangeas, sir? I'm going to save it. Hold on. I got a whole thing about all the different places I saved. Hold on. I want to make sure I don't want to save over anything particularly valuable. 2. Okay, I can save under 3. Save 3. Okay, so save 3 is going to be my save here. Save 3. Okay. Do you think I should lean on him a little bit? I'm going to lean on him a little bit. Let's shime ageru him. So, I say, tobokeru no mo ii kagen ni shiro. Tobokeru no mo. I have no idea. Not even the first idea. Tobokeru no mo ii kagen ni shiro. Stop playing dumb. Oh, stop playing dumb. Jibun ga shachou ni naritakute kumi no ryoshin o jikoshi sasetan daro. So I think it looks like we're saying that he became the boss of this company because Kumiko and Nagisa's parents had this accident, which is true. Jibun ga shachou ni naritakute Naomi no ryoshin o jikoshi sasetan daro. You probably wanted to be president, so you made them have that accident. And Hanayama goes masaka, which is like no way or impossible. What does it actually say on Google Translate? Masaka. No way. Yeah, no way. And we say, ja, kono boruto wa nanda? What's this bolt about? Kono ie no kakine kara dete kitanda ze. We're like, we got this bolt out of your flower bed. We did indeed. Ja, kono boruto wa nanda? So what is this bolt for? Kono ie no kakine kara dete kitanda ze. Came right out of the flower bed of your house there. Nah. He's like, what? What? So desu ka? Dewa, wa kono kemuri wa nanda? He just threw a smoke bomb or something. What just happened? Oh my god. Kono kemuri wa nanda? Maybe he exploded. Maybe he's a ninja. What is going on? I need more tea. I need more tea. I can't handle this. This game is too awesome. Oh my god, he threw a smoke bomb down, or he exploded, or... I don't know. Oh my lord. Wahahaha. Mata doko ka de aoi sho saraba ja. It just said smoke, fret noise. It literally said, what is this smoke? Mate, kitanai zo. Okay, so he goes, wahahaha, which requires no translation. Wahahaha. Mata doko ka de. Oh my gosh. See you again somewhere. Okay. Mata doko ka de o ai sho. Gosh darn it. Mata doko ka de o ai sho. Mata doko ka de o ai sho. Let's meet again sometime. Sarabaja. Sarabaja. Farewell. Oh lord, he just dissolved into a puff of smoke. Kitanai zo. Kitanai zo. No, why can't it do this? Kitanai zo. There we go. That's dirty. Ite shibatta. He went. Skashi. Shiru asu na hanashi da to omotta no ni nante koto da. What? Shiru? Is it Lu? Lu. Shiru samu. No, I don't know what Shiru samu. Shiru asu. Shiru asu? Serious? I'm gonna have to use the camera for this one. I thought it was going to be a serious story. What a surprise. Shiri asu na hanashi is serious story. I thought it was going to be dato omotta no ni nante koto da. What is... Okay. He disappeared in a puff of smoke. He's like, see you again, farewell. Okay, let's take a look. Well, we can look in the alcove now. Itta Hanayama wa doko ni itta no da. So where did Hanayama go? Okay. Now we can look around now, finally. We can investigate the house. So it's a usual kind of house. Okay, well, why don't we take a look at that alcove he never let us near, that tokonoma. What's going on here? Okay. Oya kabi no ushiro ni tegami ga aru. Okay, there is a letter behind the vase over there. You can see the vase. It's on the right hand side. C:// Happy Crimson continues Tuesday. This game, man. Oh my gosh, let me tell you. Karuizawa, Yūkai, Annai. It's great stuff. Good stuff. So, the alcove he wouldn't let us go anywhere near. We just found a letter behind this vase. Sashida shinin wa Takagi Masao. Okay, so this is somebody's name, it looks like. Kumi no oji ga Hanayama ni dashita mono da na. What? Oya, kabi no ushiro ni tegami ga aru. Okay. Kabi no ushiro ni tegami ga aru. There's a letter behind the vase. Sashi dashinin wa. Sashi dashinin Sashidashi nin wa Takagi Masao. Sender is Masao Takagi. I'm not even taking notes at this point. I'm way too into it. I should take notes. Okay. Sender of the letter is Masao Takagi. And I just dropped something. Okay. 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 It's crazy. Okay. Found bolt in Hanayama's hydrangeas. He disappeared in puff of smoke. Smoke. Okay. In alcove. Behind vase. A letter sent by Masao Takagi. Okay. Kumi no oji ga Hanayama ni dashita mono da na. So this is her uncle sent this to Hanayama? Okay. Naomi no oji ga Hanayama ni dashita mono da na. Yeah, so Kumi's uncle sent this. Okay, so this is Kumiko's uncle. Kumiko's uncle. Okay. Kesshin wa kyonen no aki. So this was last fall. Kesshin wa kyonen no aki. Yeah. Kesshin is decision. Decision was made last fall. Naku naru mae ni dashita mono ka. Naku naru mae ni dashita mono ka. Decision was made last fall. I think I need to do both of those sentences together because I'm not getting the context. Kesshin wa kyonen no aki naku naru mae ni dashita mono ka. Kesshin wa. Hold on. Kesshin. Kesshin. Was the decision made last fall? Before it was discontinued is what it says. A decision made last fall. Okay. Oh, wow, that's in green. That looks important. Nani. What? Watashi ni man ichi no koto ga attara kuregure mo musume tachi no koto o tanomu. Kono tegami wa ittai. Oh boy, is this what the letter says? Is that what the letter says? Watashi ni man ichi no koto ga attara kuregure mo musume tachi no koto o tanomu. If something were to happen to me, I beg you to take good care of my daughters. Okay, so that's what it says. So there were 2 girls, at least by the uncle's estimation, there were 2 daughters. If something were to... But this is the uncle saying this. Happened to me. I beg you to take good care of my daughters. Kono tegami wa ittai. So he's not like this is like an unbelievable letter, I guess. Kono tegami wa ittai. What is this letter? What is like what? What? What is it? We're very surprised. Okay. All right. Something else we can look? Can we look again? Okay, no. So it's the same message. Okay, that's fine. Same message. Okay. Can we take... Oh, wait, whoops. Can we take it? No, we cannot take the letter. No. Okay, interesting. Now, I wonder, because we did all that stuff, I'm wondering if we should have confronted Hanayama immediately with the bolt, you know? Because he's gone, done, disappeared, and maybe we didn't want him to do that. Maybe we progressed the game or something. But that's okay. Like, I don't want to second guess good progress, right? I mean, that was pretty amazing progress. Now we can just circulate to everybody else and ask them about the bolts. Especially the guy at the riding club. He's the one that even mentioned the bolt. So why don't we go over to him? I think I'm probably going to wind down in about 5 minutes. But yeah, that's my first thought when we found this bolt. Besides confronting Hanayama about it, can I go anywhere else in here? No, there's nowhere else to go inside this house. Okay. Anything else I can do in here? Like, actually, let's do the deduction, and I'm only going to read if there's anything new that we've deduced from this whole thing. Okay. No, so that's the same. That's the same. That's the same. That's the same. Yeah, that's the same. Right. I want to see if there's any deduction about what we just saw happen. Okay, so this is new. This is the new one. The kanji on the wall, I wonder if Google Translate could actually translate that. It can't cast the kanji on the wall. I'm sure it means something. It wouldn't just be there for nothing. But let's see. Naomi no oyaji ga Hanayama ni atteta tegami wa nani o imi suru no ka? Yeah, and so this. What does the letter Kumiko's father sent to Hanayama? Okay, so it was the father, not the uncle. What does the letter that so this is a father. Okay, so father confirms there were two girls then, I guess, right? Kumiko's father? Here. Okay. So maybe we've learned one thing. Okay, so what else? Okay. もしかして花山は犯人じゃなくて誰かが花山を犯人に見せかけたがっているとか。So let's see, what does this say? もしかして花山は犯人じゃなくて誰かが花山を犯人に見せかけたがっているとか。Perhaps Hanayama isn't the culprit and someone is trying to make it look like he is. Oh, so they think that someone planted the bolt. But he laughed diabolically and vanished in a puff of smoke. I mean, that's pretty suspicious. Yeah, I don't know if it's a clear rendering of footnotes. I wouldn't be too concerned. Okay, what's next? Okay, so that's it. So that's all we learned. What a session. Okay, I'm going to go to Tenisuku Labu. I mean, sorry, jogging kurabu, riding club. Let's talk to this guy again. His Moomin cow. Okay, talk. Okay, let's see. Can we ask you about... Let's ask about general stuff again. What does that say? Oh, Matt Drive-in. Okay, so he's thinking something with the drive-in guy. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. Okay, 全然関係何かも知らません。西村。全然関係ないかもしれませんが、渚様のテニスクラブのお友達とドライビンのマスターが一緒に歩いてたのを見たことがあります。This guy saw Nagisa's tennis club friend with the drive-in guy? Is that what he's saying? That's okay. Naomi のテニスクラブのお友達とドライブインのマスターが一緒に歩いてたのを見たことがあります。Yeah, so he saw Naomi's tennis club friend walking with the owner of the driving restaurant. Okay, so. Riding club guy. Once saw Yoko walking with drive-in guy. Okay, I mean, I asked about Nagisa-chan. I guess that's a little related. Okay. Interesting. Okay, nothing else. Let's find out. You got anything new to say about Kumiko? ご両親を亡くし、本当はさぞお力落としのことでしょう。So he's the one who did tell us about this accident. ご両親を亡くし、本当はさぞお力落としのことでしょう。He's like, oh, you must be heartbroken. She must be heartbroken over losing her parents. Right, we've heard that before. Okay. Why don't we show him the bolt? Can we ask about the parents? Okay, good. We can ask about the parents. Let's ask about Kumiko no Roshi no Koto. Oh, yeah, so this is we've seen this before. He's like, Bureki Misho no boltu ga yurunde tanoka hazurete nakunatte ita zo de. Ningen nante akenai mono desu ne. So yeah, he's talking about specifically the bolt. So that's why we're gonna show him the bolt. Boruto. このボルトを見てほしいだけど。He's like, he has nothing to say about the bolt. 本当に。Okay. I'm gonna save it. Where's my thingy? Where's my notes for today that I was taking? Here, okay. So this is my save 3 right now. I'm just going to continue to save on it because we did save at the important parts. Save snapshot number 3 again. Okay, so what happens if I lean on him a bit again? Let's just intimidate him. No, he's got nothing to say. Okay, so I'm going to load. Oh, number 3. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we saw, okay, a lot of new stuff here. A lot of new stuff. And now that he said this thing about tennis club, I think the last thing I'm going to do is go back to Yoko and ask, because now we know that maybe she was walking around with driving guy, so why don't we go talk to Yoko. Chimeido, tennis club. Hi, Yoko. Nice to talk to you. Okay. See, we can now ask her about the master, because Moomin Cow man said about it. But we're going to ask her about all the other stuff first. Okay, next. Okay, so she's got nothing to say about Nagisa. Do you got something to say about you, Kumiko? No. No. Here we go. Here's the business. We're going to ask her about the Masuta no Koto. Okay, I needed some tea. Okie dokie. Hold on. Before I do that, when I set up my stream, I had to like move a bunch of stuff around. Where does this one go? Where can I put this? Where did this one used to dock? Okay, there's nowhere to dock this. Okay, it's fine. I don't care. Okay. Okay. Here's the business. Okay, ask her about Masuta. Masuta to aruite so da ne. So it seems like you were like out walking with Masuta. Masuta to aruite ta so da ne. Yeah, you're walking around with the master. She goes, Nande minna koto iu no? Why are you saying that? Nande sonna koto iu no? Why would you say something like that? Atashi ni made yakimochi yaku koto nai to omou kedo na. Atashi ni made yakimochi yaku koto. I don't know. Atashi ni made yakimochi yaku koto nai to omou kedo na. I don't think you need to be jealous. Weird thing to say. Can we ask her about him again? Okay. Can we intimidate her? I'm gonna actually just say, I like to say it before intimidating just in case, because you just never know how people are gonna feel. Let's ask her about the bolt. No, nothing about the bolt. Okay, let's intimidate her. No, she got nothing to say. Okay, I'm gonna load. Load. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Hanayama just disappeared. Okay. We should ask Drive-In Guy about Yoko now, right? Obviously. Okay, so that's going to be maybe the last thing we do. I keep saying it's the last thing we're going to do, but I get so excited. Number 6. Doraibu inu. Inu. This buddy. Konnichiwa. See, you can ask him about Yoko first. Nagisa. Nope. Kumiko. Tsukina taipu da na. No. Okay. Here we go. Yoko no koto. Yoko-chan to aruite tatte hanashi o kita kedo. I guess we want to. We heard that you were walking around with Yoko. Yoko-chan to aruite tatte hanashi o kita kedo. Heard you walking with Yoko-chan. Sa, sono koto ga atta kamo shirenai ne. Sa, sono koto ga atta kamo shirenai. He doesn't know? He wonders? He wonders where you heard that? Sa, sonna koto ga atta kamo shirenai ne. Something like that might have happened. Evasive. Kore de naka naka motteru kara. Ahahaha. Kore de naka naka motteru kara. I've been doing this for quite a while now. What does that mean? What does that mean? I ask you again. I ask you Gumba and Yoko no Koto. Let's show you the mission bolt. Got nothing to say. We're going to try to lean on him again. We're going to save again on 3. Sonota shimeageru. No, nothing new. Load 3. Okay. Okay. Honto. Man, oh man. Okay. I think that's going to be it for the night. I'm feeling it. For some reason, I'm sleepy. Am I sleep? Do I usually get sleepier this time? I never know when I stop. Like, I never know what time I'm going to stop. But today I feel like I'm maybe stopping a little early, but I am sleepy. I'm tired. So we're going to leave it at this. This is still very exciting. This is like so much newness, right? Like we might even want next week to restore to before we confront Hanayama and see what other people have to say. I don't know, right? Because maybe we missed something before we did that. I don't know. But I'm very excited about this game. We've done a lot of really cool stuffs today. And I do know that should we ever get stuck again, I just need to go back to the Let's Play. If you guys want to see that Let's Play, if you want to... there it is. That's the one I've been looking at. It's a 5-part thing. There's no commentary or anything. You just have to watch real closely. You got to watch real closely what gets pressed, like what thing they press. And sometimes you can't tell what they press, but you can kind of tell from the response that you get. Because, you know, like when I ask about stuff, it will go like, you know, Yoko no koto wa whatever. So they know, you know that person asked about Yoko or something, right? So it's not perfect, but it's good enough. And I think I'm fairly confident that we're actually going to get to see the end of this game, which I'm very excited by.